CNN's Paula Newton, who has confirmation of these new details. Paula, we understand that there is confirmation now from the U.S. Coast Guard that portions of the external body of the Titan have been discovered roughly 500 meters off the bow of the Titanic. They were discovered at approximately 8:55 a.m. Eastern Time. But according to this memo from the Coast Guard, Paula, the search for the crew continues.
Yeah, some really tough news to take in. It comes to us from our own Priscilla Alvarez, who is reporting that in a memo obtained by CNN that the debris discovered at the search area is, as you say, of the missing Titan. And it is assessed to be, and this is key here, from the external body of this submersible, and that the search, as you say, for the vessel continues. I think given that that Canadian ship, the Horizon Arctic, was able to bring that remote vehicle to the depth of the Titanic wreck, and as I've explained before, the submersible, the Titan, went down that water column, right? Tried to go as straight down as it could to go see the wreck of the Titanic. The fact that as of this morning, they were able to get that remote vehicle down there, that is what they knew would give them insight that exactly at 1:45 minutes in, when they lost contact, they kind of could surmise more or less where the Titan might have been. They went there first to look, and apparently that is what they found. I will say that I have reached out to Canadian officials who up to the last hour told me that this remained a rescue operation. Given what we just heard from our last guest, I have asked them, is this now turning into a recovery operation instead? We just have to pause for a moment and understand how difficult this is for the families who have already been briefed about this, how hard it is for them to take in, especially given the fact that they knew the expertise. The CEO was on there, the man who's been called Mr. Titanic, who's been down there more than 30 times, the French mariner, P.H. Nagiolais was down there. When they heard that there were noises that could not be explained, they thought perhaps there was a chance. This would tend to indicate that what they are being told by the U.S. Coast Guard is that this debris has been found. Now, there is still a lot more to do here in terms of to find this submersible and understand exactly what happened. Again, we can continue to reach out to Canadian officials. I will say that the Transportation Safety Board here in Canada would be in charge of any investigation. They are at the ready, and again, they deployed so many assets there in terms of recovery, and they will be able, hopefully, to give those families what they need, which is information and peace of mind.
It has been an extraordinary effort, all hands on deck over several days to try to give these families information as they deal with such a difficult process. First, learning that their loved ones are missing, and now hearing this news.
CNN's Miguel Marquez joining us now. Miguel, we learned a couple of hours ago there was a debris field. We now know that that debris has been assessed to be from this, and it was discovered on the ocean floor just off the bow of the Titanic. What are searchers telling you there in Newfoundland?
Well, we have some news that's just come through on email, Jim, that's rather unfortunate. A statement from Ocean Gate itself saying that we now believe that our CEO, Stockton Rush, Shahzada Dawood, and his son Suleiman Dawood, Hamish Harding, and Paul Henry Nagiolais have sadly been lost. These men were true explorers who shared a distinct spirit of adventure and a deep passion for exploring and protecting the world's oceans. Our hearts are with these five souls and every member of their families during this tragic time. We grieve the loss and the joy they brought to everyone that they knew. The statement does go on for a bit, but our Priscilla Alvarez obtained some information from a government memo that indicated that those parts that they had found earlier were about 500 feet from the bow of the Titanic, and that the assessment from individuals at Ocean Gate that I've been chatting with today indicated that if it was from their vessel, that it indicated a catastrophic failure of that vessel, and that unfortunately they were lost. This is dangerous stuff that they do. It is adventuresome, I'm sure, but you were talking about depths of just thousands of pounds per square inch down there, and everything has to be absolutely right with every single mission, no matter how experienced they are. These things can go wrong, and the people who do these missions certainly understand that they take great risks in doing this for the joy and the interest of discovery. But OceanGate confirming right now that those 5 individuals are dead. It is not clear that they have found the entirety of the craft, but they have found parts of it, indicating to people at OceanGate that that the craft did not survive whatever initial event occurred there. Jim?
Miguel, do we know that that certainly is news, and it is sad news for the operator of this vessel to confirm that the 5 on board are dead, and we have pictures up in the wall here of the 5 of them: Hamish Harding, Paul-Henri Nargelet, Stockton Rush, and Suleiman Dawood and Shahzada Dawood. Do we know, Miguel, is there new information about the wreckage seen on the floor that gives them confidence those on board did not survive, or are they surmising from seeing some pieces of the wreckage there that therefore the capsule did not survive those depths?
They are surmising that because of the wreckage that they have found, that the capsule itself would not have survived, that it must have been a catastrophic failure at the moment of the event, and that then led to the debris field, which has, you know, the depths and the pressure put on capsules like that is stunning when you start to talk to these people about just how difficult it is to do this and how technical it is. So I think once they were able to confirm that those parts were in fact from the Titan sub, and even if they haven't found the capsule, because of the nature of the parts that they have found, they realize that the rest of the sub is gone and lost. Jim?
Miguel, thanks so much for sharing that important and that sad update. If you're just joining us, Miguel sharing a statement there from the operator of this submersible, sharing the sad news that they now believe all 5 on board the Titan have been lost.